Parents let him have it tonight. The Detroit School Emergency Financial Manager got an earful on some festering issues. Good evening. I'm Stephen Clark.
And I'm Christy McDonald. The district's sinking budget topped the agenda, but that was really only the beginning.
To deal with a $363 million deficit, Robert Bobb's plan is to cut spending by 25%, increase class sizes, and cut some special education programs.
Also in the mix tonight, this scandal involving ex-board president Otis Mathis and questions about the employment status of the superintendent he's accused of flashing. Action News reporter Cheryl Choden is live on Detroit's northwest side tonight with all of the controversy. Cheryl?
And Christy, there is so much controversy surrounding the Detroit Public Schools that every time there is a meeting, you can be sure there will be shouting, and tonight was no different. And there was also talk Geyser and whether or not the superintendent even has a job anymore.
As of today, she is no longer an employee of the district.
We renewed her contract last week, and by the revised school code, the school board is allowed to hire and fire a superintendent.
There is conflict and controversy tonight over the status of Teresa Geyser, who's been the acting superintendent of the Detroit Public Schools. Emergency Financial Manager Robert Bobb says she's no longer employed, but school board members say they've given her a one-year extension.
And what did you do to Teresa Geyser?
It was just one of the subjects talked about at Bobb's presentation of the budget for the 2011 school year. The district is facing a $363 million deficit, but Robert Bobb says everything he does is for the children, and all will be balanced and better by the time his tenure is over. That satisfied no one.
What's going on? No disrespect to you, Mr. Bobb, but what's going on? Are the students being set up to fail?
We're sick of you. We're sick of your games.
There is something you can do, though, for the people of Detroit. You can leave. You can leave.
Thank you.
Allow us to run our school.
You don't live here. You are nobody to us.
Then there's the Otis Mathis matter. The former school board president charged today in connection with allegations he fondled himself in front of Teresa Geyser during private school-related meetings.
There are very few things now that surprises me.
But Robert Bobb says he believes the school board should do something about board member the Reverend David Murray, who reportedly said Otis Mathis is just a young man who probably didn't know what he did was wrong.
I would never have allowed any of my members to have made that type of comment without censuring that individual and calling for his resignation.
The school board is dealing with Reverend Murray as we speak.
And board member Tyrone Winfrey wouldn't go any further with that. Meanwhile, as for the budget, Robert Bobb says it'll be online tomorrow, line by line, for everyone to see. Reporting live at Renaissance High School, Stephen, Cheryl, back to you.
You know, Cheryl, every time Robert Bobb speaks someplace these days, parents just let him have it. That has got to be getting to him.
You know something? It happens every single time, and frankly, he takes it, and he does keep his cool for the most part. And remember, they're in court right now. The school board is suing Robert Bobb, saying that he's overstepping his boundaries, and I think a lot of parents now have hopped on that bandwagon against Robert Bobb. These are the same parents that were against the school board before Robert Bobb even showed up. So there's a lot of drama, and we'll have to see how it all plays out.
And, of course, we'll be watching. Cheryl, thank you for the live report.